Well, since my car died, like it's been a week and 2 days, and it feels like it's like a year for real. I accomplished a lot during those times. Um, and well, you know, I realized that, you know, I keep asking the universe, like, I need a break. You know, I need to have like kind of a pause, you know, of doing what I was doing before. And you know, it's been like over a year that my car is always broke down and everything, and I still, you know, drive with a bad direction and everything, and keep pushing through and keep doing the light mission and keep like trimming and picking up trash and performing and cold plunge and non-stop and traveling hundreds of kilometers every day. So when my car died, well, you know, I give my all. I didn't want it to die, but like I know it's, you know, I know it's time for me to have a new car. So all week, you know, and then I've been researching a new car for over a year. So when my car broke down, I just start researching even more which car I really want, and you know, and since I cannot, you know, go out by myself because I don't have a car, and well, and I have only my mother to drive me around. Well, it's pretty limited, and but I do the best of it. It was really rough at the beginning, but eventually my mother, she gave me the keys and she's like, okay, you can drive, and like that changed everything. It's much better. And you know, I've been cold plunge, and it's not dirty water, it's just like it's not clear water, you know. But at the end, you know, I've been cold plunge in the lake where you can see through the water, and I unlocked a new lake as well. You know, and all the way during the week, I try to do, you know, good deeds, even if I don't stay, like I stay like maximum 30 minutes in the forest. I try to do something good. But mostly what I've been doing, it's working on my website. But what happened today is that it was supposed to be the last day, finishing the website, but the part that I need to finish is the grounding crown box. I need to put a plexiglass and finish the prototype, and I've been doing that, but the plexiglass have a hard time to stick on the box. I'm not a big fan of the plexiglass. I don't like it at all. I cannot like it still need to sit all night, no? So I cannot take a picture and finish the website. I cannot do that. So it's gonna be tomorrow, and tomorrow it's supposed to be the day that my mother go at her bank, get the money, we go pay the car dealer, and I got my car. Yeah, and now today I did 2 basketball performance, Um, it was really windy tonight, but I was still able to put 2 in. This afternoon, before cold plunge in the new lake, I put 5 house court shots, and it's extremely difficult there. So, like, I am on fire. What I need to mention is that, yeah, tonight I have a vision of how I'm gonna build inside of the car, because I got all my tools for trimming, and I got my basketball, and I don't want this to be like all in the back of the trunk, because I want a bed, I want a desk and a sink. Like, I want this. Like, this is what I want. Like, to put my laptop there, and I want to be able to have a space to, if I want, I can create, to sing with my new mic that I'm gonna receive tomorrow. So even if it's not like a huge space like I was thinking I'm gonna have, I still want to use this space and make it like properly, So yeah, I'm gonna build like some kind of of a shelf with a door and with some hooks that I can put all the hooks that doesn't move inside the closet. And at the bottom, I'm gonna have all my Earl and stuff like that, and I have my basketball. It's gonna be behind the passenger seat. It's gonna be really like tall, like to the headrest, like it can be even to the ceiling, and it's gonna be like square. And the bed is gonna be behind that shelf, and it's not gonna be like it's gonna be like maybe like 6 feet, and on the other side it's gonna be a desk and a sink. But the thing is just like, if I need to, because it happened often that I trim and I got all my hands wet and not wet, dirty, and I need to wash my hand, but I have nowhere to wash my hand. So I would like a place where if I want to wash my hand, I can wash my hand. So yeah, so now I'm thinking about windows covers, but only in the back of the car. So, but I'm gonna make it myself with. I don't know how to call it, but yeah, because after what I experienced here, like being stuck in the 5G, I noticed that like it's really hard for me to train. It's hard for me to recover. I got pimples on my body. Like, I'm not like when I go into the north, into the waterfalls, moving away from the 5G. Like, it shows me that like it's true. Like, it's important to do what I do, If I don't do what I do, it's like I die. Like, I'm not at my best, and I need to deal with so many things during this week that I need to talk to people, and I need to try to buy my car, and I need to go and shop and deal with my mother, but I'm not at my best at all. And I need to perform, and I need to, spend so much time in the 5G like I don't want to. So anyway, I want to make a briefing just to remember this period of time in my life. So, you know, even how much I'm like, oh, I would like to have a car like between $10,000 and $15,000. The thing is that, yeah, I can have one at that price, but I'm gonna have problem. Like it's obvious. So, but the thing is that, you know, the car that I'm gonna have, it's $19,000 plus tax, $25,000. But $25,000, it's nothing. Like to have a really reliable SUV, 2017 Acura RDX for $25,000 with 100,000 miles on it. Like it's a great deal. I cannot beat that for real. So like this is more important than me having like the MKT or the MDX, like that have more space. But the thing is that like the risk that I'm gonna have problem, it's really, really high. Because both of them are 2014. So you know, I need to like is because you know right now, like since I don't have my car, I've been selling, and I have $500 of my Kia that they crash, so that they crush. So like you know, I was struggling with money before with the Kia, and now I have money. So financially I feel better, and on top of that, I have 3 opportunities that are interested for me to go work and make money in Lac-Supérieur and Mont-Tremblant. Like I just need to have my car. So I know that I'm gonna make more money, and the thing is that with the Grounding Starbucks website, that now it's online, like and it's not a rush to start selling. It's just like, you know, what is important is that everything is in place, and when I'm gonna have my SUV, I'm gonna take some time off I'm gonna take some time off of the 5G, and I'm gonna heal, like, but it's gonna happen really quick, and I'm gonna be back at 100%, but with money in my pocket, So I'm gonna have download of information and everything is gonna be more clear of what I need to do, you know. Like now, it's like always I'm like battling the 5G, and it's, you know, I'm always tired. Like, and I push myself to not be tired, but I can feel it in my body that it's not good. But everywhere I look when I am in the 5G, like the people are staring at their phone always, and like they are like hypnotized, and they are robots, you know. And I don't want to be robots. I don't want to be like a robot. And it's been like a week that I'm battling not be a robot, because like the 5G, when you stay always in the 5G, it's like it become like you don't even realize, but you fall into like everybody else, and you start to be like a robot. But me, I am aware of that, and I'm battling this all the time, you know? So yeah, I need to mention that I have like 2 new pair of shoes, and these are Timberland, and I really love them. They are so comfortable. The other one are Columbia, and they are waterproof, but I think these ones are waterproof too. It's just that they don't say it. But yeah, I really love it, really comfortable. But the only thing it's missing right now, it's my SUV that I already test drive, and I really fall in love with it. It's so powerful, but it's like you can feel it. It's reliable. The direction, it's so accurate, and like there is like a system of suspension, of calibration, of everything. Like it's just like the softest ride. It's quiet inside of the cabin, and I have a surround sound system created by a music producer. Like it's just like it's the best. Like definitely, you know, it's gonna help me being more happy, you know, doing my light mission. And you know what I've been learning for a week now is that, like, because I don't go into the north, into the mountain, into the waterfall, like my frequency, it's lower. Like I didn't want to go back down, but I have no choice. And I am fighting to raise and not be like the zombies around me. You know, I do everything I can to always raise my vibration higher, you know. It's good that I eat only organic and I take superfood. And I am taking Irish moss right now. And I order even more Irish moss, but this time I don't have the one of Chuck. I have one that I buy on Amazon, and it's a cheaper version, but it works. I can feel it. It's just, it's not high vibe like the Chuck one. So, and this time around, when I'm gonna receive my Chuck, I'm gonna receive minerals with fulvic acid as well that like help to remove the heavy metal of your body. So that's really powerful. But it's good that I am taking that, and it's good that I try to train 2 times a day still, and I try to like perform like as much as I can, and I've been doing really good in my performance, but it's been like difficult. So yeah, overall, you know, like I said, I sell many things. Everybody that I sell something to, I have a great conversation with them. It was awesome. But I miss the north. I miss like my freedom of driving my car and going to do good things in the world, not just always at the same place, and like, you know, try to escape the 5G. In the 5G, it sucks. Yeah, but now I need to mention just before I finish, is that like the build of my car, the car camper that I'm gonna build, like there is so many things that I'm missing, you know, like the bed, the sink, like the window cover, the wood to build the shelf and the platform and the desk and everything. But the thing is that I'm gonna have the money to buy all this, you know. I already found my electric chainsaw. I think I already find the drone that I want, but the thing is that the drone that I want, the cheaper one, that I cannot find it. I cannot buy it. I don't know where it is. And there is a more expensive version, but this version, it's not now. So, like, you know, tonight I buy some new cutter to trim, because I know I'm gonna trim. I know I have like, I already know like one crisis, like in the forest that I've been going in Mirabel. I'm gonna need to trim the entire trail. I'm gonna need to saw, and maybe I'm gonna need to have my chainsaw to cut one tree. So like, but it's a crisis. So anyway, I'm done here. So I just wake up with this, um, and I turn in the bed, and I cannot just like don't talk about it. Like it's really highlight, and I need to address this situation. Um, like the problem, it's not the school system. Like I remember that the teacher, they really try to teach whatever they were trying to teach. The bus driver, they really try to drive properly to drop the kids, but they don't have any control on the kids in the bus. Um, so the problem, it's those kids that bully people in the school bus. So I was not bullied every day, but I remember that, like, even if I have friends, um, you know, at a young age, I was not be able to stand for myself, you know, um, like I was not like those top popular kid that was able to bully other people. I was not that guy. Um, Even when I was doing breakdance, and that was like a really hot moment of my teens. You know, before I start taking drugs and alcohol and everything, I was doing breakdance and I was hanging out with Asiatic, Vietnamese teenager that was clean, like but clean at that time. We were all corrupted, là, eating GMO, là, but we were not, you know, taking drugs at that time or smoking. We were just doing breakdance, but still, when I go back into the school bus, or when I wake up in the morning and I walk to the corner of my street and I wait for my school bus, well, um, that's where the problems start, in the school bus. I remember it caused me like trauma. Like after being bullied, even if it's like for a second in the school bus, like I was keeping anger at that kid that just bullied me. And the next day, because I did, it was haunting me. And the next day, I don't want to go into the school bus because I'm like, yeah, but if he bully me again, I gonna have another trauma. And I gonna need to pretend that it did not happen. And I remember that eventually, this kid that bullied me, eventually I blow up. When it's been like a year, even if you don't do it every day, but eventually I remember, that you bully me and you bully me. Eventually I remember I jump at him. And I don't remember clearly, but I jump at him. And I was not able to stand for myself, but eventually I blew up. And I remember that I have like two friends, two, three friends in the bus, but they were not bullied. But me, I was bullied, and they were not standing for me in the bus. They were just like making like it did not happen. But that kept me angry at the world. So eventually I meet a guy that was not going into the school that I was going, and he offered me if I want to smoke pot.
And I remember when I already tried smoking pot with my gang member at that time. Um, so it was not my first time, but because it was not coming from that school that I was bullied, and he was a guy that was able to stand for himself. I'm like, I start to hanging out with him, and he was my best friend for maybe like 5 years. And with that guy, and I make other friends that was able to stand for themselves, so we all eventually hang out together, and nobody was bullying us. So that was in my team. But now I remember where uh, my hate for those who are like, they think that they are cool. They sit in the back of the bus. But I remember those kids. Like I never find them cool. They were in the back of the bus, and everybody was loving them, but they were not cool. They were bullying other people. They were putting down other people for no reason, just to boost their ego up. But this is a problem of society. Those kind of kids that maybe they are bullied by their parents. So when they arrive in the school bus, they bully other people, to boost them up. And they put like terror in the schoolyard, in and it affect people. And then those kind of people, like I was, they're gonna eventually find themselves taking drugs and alcohol and escape all the trauma that we experienced by being bullied as a teenager. And most of the people are not able to get out of those addictions because they suffer so much trauma in the schoolyard, in the school bus. And eventually they're gonna stick to a lane of corruption, and oh, I'm not bullied anymore, nobody like pick on me, and they're gonna stay in the job for 30 years. They're gonna just keep those lanes. But it doesn't mean that those lanes are the right lane. This is just like to avoid being bullied again, because they didn't have the clarity and the courage to address those trauma. Me, I was able to, well, because I'm telling this right now, because I start changing in 2013. I start eating organic gradually. I stop smoking, drinking. I stop eat. Like I cut all the crap. I start purifying myself in 2018. So 2013, 2018, I got ups and downs. But 2018, and 2013, 2018, I was bettering myself. I was not going backwards. I was like, sometime I was, I fall in love with a woman that was drinking, so I drink again. But like yeah, anyway, it was not like, it was a weird period. But me, I stick to my freeline skate, in 2000 to 2018, and until now, in 2024, I still do the freeline skate, and but I include the basketball. Anyway, I don't want to go into sports law. I want to stick to the topic, but and I lose my train of thought. But yeah, stick to the lane. You like sports get me out of addiction. Take note. Oh yeah, I need to mention that, like, those people that don't address the trauma because they stay corrupted with GMO and with drugs and alcohol and cigarettes is because, like, the pain, like and maybe they were not bullied but they have other issue relate to the past, you know. uh, but since now, since they are really corrupted and they don't, like, they are not bully anymore, or they don't have the issue that they had in the past, they stick to that lane and they don't want to get out of that lane because they are comfortable in their sickness. But what I need to mention is that this is not the right lane. They are wasting a lifetime doing this. And I am so grateful that I was able to get out of it. You know, like, I remember in 2013, I was working in a shop, Vanico Maronic or something like that. They were doing like vanity for the bathroom. It was a shop and office, and like and I at that point I really tried. You know, I remember I was not. I stopped smoking at that time. I stopped smoking pot, I think. Yeah, and I was still smoking cigarette, you know, and I was not drinking too. But I really tried to, like, better my cleaning and everything. And every time I was cleaning, not everybody, not every desk, but, like, I realized that it was always like they were destroying my cleaning. And like and that and it was like, for real. And now I don't, now I realize this, look, but it was kind of like bully. It's like some people only in the entire shop was creating, like, destroying my cleaning to bully me. Like, and now fast forward in 2023, I was cleaning a house, a dream house by the lake, and I was, like, cleaning, and you know, during COVID for like 3 years, I don't know, 2 years, I was not clean. I didn't have a job. I was like, you know, I tried to make out of cleaning. And 2023, I make a comeback. But the first day I went there and I speak to the owner. We have all these expensive alcohol bottle in the kitchen. And I have a bad feeling about him. But I'm like, it's just the owner. He's never gonna be there, you know. I'm gonna deal with other people who rent the place, and who knows, you know, maybe they are okay. But no, this owner that was drinking, he ran the place so many times during a year that I cleaned there. Like, maybe, I don't know, more than 7 times. But each time was worse when he was renting the place. And I was still able to make it on time. But it was bad, energically. And it was pissing me off because I was aware that, you know, he was just like too drunk. And he was not aware that he need to pick himself up. So before he leave the house in a mess, and he leave this as an example, and it was not okay. And in 2023, but the thing is that, you know, I was not able to confront him about that subject because I know he's an alcoholic, and I know how alcoholic is. My father was an alcoholic all his life until he died. Well, at the end of his life, He was thinking that he was an alcoholic, but we were giving him beer without alcohol. Um, and at the end, he lose his mind, and he was not there anymore. But all my life, I suffered from a father that was not present because and he was in a relationship with my mother, but he would take the bottle at any moment instead of his son or his wife. So me, I experienced this. And but I confront my father. I beat his ass one time, and I confront him many times that it was dangerous driving with alcohol. And I'm proud of myself. This is something that I'm really proud. This is something that really helped me stand for myself in life. It's confront my drunk father. And I remember, a couple years before he passed away, he was not even knocking at my door. He was just coming in my room. And eventually, I really snapped, and I knew he was drunk, smell alcohol and everything. I grabbed him by the collar, and I put him against the wall, and I say, "Hey, you cannot do that anymore." And he never did that before, but I remember another time, I don't know, he came bother me in my room, and he was in the living room, and I push him, and he fall on the ground, and that was the last time or maybe that, I don't know anymore, but I remember doing this, and I really realized that he has no clue what he was doing. So that's why I got something against those who drink alcohol, because they are not there, they are not there, they are not aware, even when they are not drinking, like the darkness, the evil that come with when you drink, this stick with that person, and that person think that they are themselves after a week or 2 weeks after, but every time they drink, this spirit come back to them. It's like you leave the door open for the evil to come in and take your body. I know that because I was a alcoholic, and I was able to snap out of it eventually. I stopped drinking. I remember I drank my last bottle of wine in 2018, and I really didn't like the feeling, and I was not an alcoholic before. It was maybe months that I didn't drink, and suddenly I was in my dream house, and I'm like, oh, let's try to drink one bottle of wine to see how it is with that friend. It was really, really bad. Well, the next day, I just feel like I want to run, I want to train, I want to get out of that state. And I was not doing cold shower and cold plunge at that time in 2018. But I remember that I not fight, but I get an argument with my friend that was living, that stayed at my house, because we were too drunk, and he sleep in the other room. And me, I was training and everything, and I was like, and him, he was right away, as soon as he wake up from drinking, he smoked a cigarette by the door, and he didn't feel to drink, he didn't feel to train, he didn't feel to do any activities. And I feel his energy, because he was smoking and taking drugs and drinking all the time. So I see how worse it was for him than me. But me, I really didn't like that feeling, so I'm like, I'm never gonna drink again. And I keep my promise. I never drink again. It was just like the worst. But I realized something, and this is what I want to address: is that me in my life, I catch the worst. I throw up so many times when I was drinking. Like I paranoid so much smoking pot, and I become so much sick by eating like GMO and toxic food and greasy food and Coca-Cola and 7-Up. I've been so sick and eating sugary stuff, like I lose so many teeth and I have so many cavities from the past, that I catch the rock bottom of those events. That like it triggered me to never want this ever again. And I see people not get enough of all the bullshit because they never catch the rock bottom. They never get enough. They never become so sick that they don't want to do it again. So they're gonna live a life in that lane of escapism instead of doing their real life and taking the healing journey road and become their greatest version, and really do what they really came here to be on planet Earth. Like they're gonna pretend that they are who they are instead of being like the real them that heal from the trauma from the past when they were teenagers. So I'm making my salad and my salad dressing here, and this just highlight like those business owners, that they tolerate certain individual in their company to like trash the place, or to bully other co-workers. It's because those business owners, they are those who bully in the past, or they were bullied, and now because they have power, they bully others, because it's unresolved issue. So this just highlights that the government, what they do, it's exactly bullying society. They use their power, but like they didn't heal the trauma from the past. Maybe they were bullying other people, or they were bullied and now they bully society, like with everything what they got, and that's why they put chemtrail in the sky, and they inflate all the price, or they create, like it was crazy, a fake pandemic, and they make people jab themselves with the mark of the beast, and wear the mask and everything, like and the lockdown and everything. That was the government that was bullying the entire world, and the entire world accept the fact that it was okay to be bullied. Me, during the fake pandemic, I never wear a mask. I wear only a bandana because I was not able to stand for myself, like going into a store without anything. They were attacking me right away. And I tried many times, but they were like really like, you cannot come in. Like so if I want to buy my organic food, because that's why I was going to stores, like I need to wear at least a bandana, but I was standing out of the crowd, and I never had the jab because I knew that it was all a scam. But now, today, I realized that, like Justin Trudeau, like he's bullying the entire country because of unresolved issue. But this is only an example, like
but because I live in Canada, like it stand out that like he looked like a guy that was not bullying other people when he was young, but he was bullied when he was kid. And now because he's in power, he's I remember what they did to me in the school bus or in school, so I'm gonna like make everybody punish. I'm gonna punish everybody. But you know, this is not the way to do it. Like the best way to do it, to make this world a better place, it's really to not be a part of it anymore. So I realize as well that those people that were bullied, what they turn out to be is that like it's really like monsters, especially if they don't like take care of their health and they are not on the path of becoming their greatest version. They become like leaders of the evil, and it's really sad to see because like they are hurt, and instead of addressing their pain and their suffering, they stay numb. And you know, if they have any kind of power, they're gonna hurt everybody along the way. So come back to Justin Trudeau. I just remember that like he's not with his wife anymore. Like his wife left him in 2023. So but like remember one thing, like those evil trauma people, they are they are not able to govern themselves. So they're gonna find themselves with a woman that's gonna make kids with them and try to occupy their evilness. And if they are not able to those evil women to control the evil men, well, they gonna leave, and they're gonna let the evil men by themselves because there is nothing more to do with them. They're just gonna take their money with the kids. So that's what I noticed, because I know a guy that have that like he tried to get out of the drugs and the alcohol and everything, but no, he was not able to push me away when he was with a girlfriend, and eventually the girlfriend make a kid with him, and he was not even aware that that's gonna happen. And now he's trapped in that situation of corruption, and like he had a dream to be a singer, and now because he's a father with, and he need to work and he need to do this, and her, she just like, oh, I need to take care of the kids, I need to get the check of you, I need to get the check of the government. So now this guy is trapped and he's not able to heal the trauma from the past and free himself to be able to fulfill a beautiful purpose on planet Earth. Instead, now he needs to deal with a kid that he made, that it's corrupted because he still take drugs, still take alcohol, and he's still corrupted, and he didn't do the work before he make the kid. So now you're gonna need, like, now we need to deal with one more human on planet Earth that it's corrupted. And that's how the world goes on. Like, people make corrupted kids and we never gonna get out of it because it's unresolved issue. People don't work on themselves, they are distracted in corruption, and they fall into the trap of the evil
and uh, they don't need to address the pain from the past, from when they were bullied or when they were the people who were bullying other people. It all starts there. When we were kids and we were triggered a negative way by other kids, that caused like the first trauma. You just try to, okay, like it's already stressful on my first day of school and everything, and boom, first day of school they bully you, or they throw you into the trash can, or like it's just random example, but and they tease you in the school bus, so after you're afraid to take the school bus for the rest of your life. Like it's just unresolved issue. That's why there is like companies, like government, that like put down like their staff and the population. It's because it's unresolved issue. These people are hurt, and they want to hurt other people because like they are not courageous enough to address their own pain, their own issue, because of what they consume and because of who they hang out around with them, like the circle of people that are around them. If everybody like they just like try to be cool with you and don't try to like oh, we don't want you to unresolve your pain, we want you to stay hurt because we are hurt too. Those kind of people gonna make sure that like you stay corrupted, and that's how the evil keep functioning. And like we make new babies that are corrupted, that gonna lead to always a corrupted society, and we're never gonna get out of it. But we need to address, like I hope if you were bullied in the past, please comment down below. You don't need to tell your story if it's too painful, but at least say I was bullied in the past when I was a teenager, or I was the one. Well, no. If you were bullying other people, like don't mention it. They're gonna crucify you. So, like, and I gonna crucify you because it's really, really wrong. And I understand. Why you were bullying other people is because you were bullied at home, maybe by your brother, sister, or by your parents, of the way they were behaving at home. So you want to like you take the bully or the pain that you were suffering at home, and you take it and you throw it in the face of somebody else in the school bus, or in the courtyard in the school, or in class, and you make other people suffer. And this, you grow up and you have your own business, or and you throw this at your coworker, and you keep doing that. But this is unresolved issue that you need to address, and the way you address this, it's if you reclaim back your health. And I need to mention this just to finish. Like, I understand that those who were bullied, like me in the past, when I was teenager, at that time, I was not grounded. So, and I was like so in a negative environment with my alcoholic father and my mother that pretend that everything is okay, that I just want to escape. But I was not grounded. I was like escaping. So the evil kid in the school bus, when I was escaping, he tried to put me back down to earth by bullying me and throwing me negativity at me. It's like, it's the same thing with the GMO. People eat GMO to because if they don't eat GMO, they are not grounded. And when they eat dense, low vibration food, meats like McDonald's and everything, and when they drink alcohol and all the corruption, it's to keep them grounded, but in an unhealthy way. But I got a solution for you. It's called the grounding Starbucks. It's my invention. It's been a year that I test this, and it's been like a month now that I test the grounding crown box. So now I am able to stay grounded, because like I understand that, like, because it's been like so long that I am in high state of vibration, 100% organic, really clean. I'm always leveling up in high vibration, the opposite of what I was before, that I'm gonna need to have a tool to help me stay grounded when I am home next to the 5G. That the 5G, what it does, it unground you and it keep you floating and want you to escape, because it's an unhealthy, invisible frequency that you cannot see, but your body, your spirit can feel it and does not like it, so it just wants to escape. So by being grounded with the grounding Starbucks and the grounding crown box, like, it helps you stay present. And when you are present, you allow creativity, you allow your imagination, you allow yourself to heal, to resolve trauma from your past, so you can be free and you can be a role model of the light on planet Earth, and be a better human for humanity. That we need those kind of human to reverse all the evilness that was put in place by people that bully and people that was bullied. So the link is right there. Like, you can order it right now. Yeah, and you just need to place your feet on it, and you just need to place your head on it, and magic gonna happen. I promise.